So we all know about coronavirus. So this coronavirus it originated in the Wuhan from China, and why we call it is coronavirus because this virus has a surface protein and by which it looks like as crown. So these virus particles are present in the water droplet when we sneeze out, and if anyone comes in contact with this water droplet gets infected with it. So once you are infected, if you go and talk to anybody or touch anybody, what will happen? So these virus will go to their hands, and these people, if they go and touch that hand to their mouth, they get infected with that. So another thing is these virus they can survive for long time on various surface. Like if you go and touch some place, a virus will stay for some time, and if somebody again touch that place, what will happen? It will go and infect them. This virus is so infectious so that if you come into in any environment where this virus is there, you will get infected with it. So now you might be wondering what this virus is made up of. So this virus, as I already told, this virus has a proteins on its surface which looks like as a crown, and it is those proteins which actually provide specificity to this virus. So if we don't have a receptor for these proteins, we will not get infected with them. So these proteins, if we go further closely, they are present on the outer membrane and they are present in large amount on the surface. So if you want to see what is there inside this virus, so this is an RNA virus. This RNA virus is actually having RNA as a genetic material, and it has lot of nucleocapsid proteins which actually protects RNA from that. And these nucleocapsid proteins are structural proteins that forms complex with genomic RNA and interact with the viral membrane protein during viral assembly and plays a critical role in enhancing the efficiency of virus transcription and the assembly. This protein also goes and bind to the ribosome which produced protein inside the cell, and hence by binding to them it inhibit the protein production inside the cell. So, as I told, there are different kind of protein on the surface. One of them is a spike protein. One is a membrane protein, M protein. This is a spike protein, and spike proteins is where the three proteins are actually trimerized in the form of spike trimer, and this provides specificity and the infectivity to the virus. So this coronavirus actually uses its spike protein as a key to go inside the host cell. And when it goes inside the host cell, this actually takes over the entire machinery of the host cell. So when an infected person sneezes, there are a lot of coronaviruses which are present in the droplet. So they will go to a person which is present nearby, and that virus goes to the lungs of the recipient person. And these viruses, as I told you, that spike protein act as a key molecule to go inside the cell. So when they reach to the surface of the cell, what happens? They go and find their respective receptors. These receptors are known as ACE2 receptors. And once they bind to these ACE2 receptors, what happens? Specific proteases of the host cell comes and cleaves some of the part into the protein molecule, and after this it leads to the internalization of the virus into the host cells. Once the virus is inside the host cell, so generally any virus, what will happen, it will go to the nucleus and it will release its genetic material there. When scientists were looking into the coronavirus, what they found, so these coronavirus they remain into vesicles and they actually replicate into that vesicles. And into those vesicles there are small pores from where they release their genetic material, as you can see over here. So once these pores are formed inside the membrane, so whatever proteins need to be made for the virus, it releases its genetic material out into the cytosol with the help of those pores which are formed during this process. and these genetic material will go outside into the cytosol, and they will start looking for the ribosomes, which are basically the cellular machinery for making the proteins. They will hijack them and start making their own protein. After that, what it does, it package all the proteins into a small package and will add its own genetic material into that, and new viruses are formed, and these formed viruses, they will start popping out of the cell, and hence leading to the death of the host cell. And these virus particle, like thousands of the virus particle which are released from that infected cell, they will come out and hence infect the other cell. Now, you will ask how this coronavirus actually develop pneumonia-like symptoms. So, we have lungs in our body where this infection is actually taking place. In our respiratory system, we have trachea, we have bronchi, and there are further smaller tubes known as bronchioles where the actual exchange of gases take place. In this bronchiole, this alveoli, which has small blood vessels, these alveoli, they contract and expand alongside our lungs, and which actually help in exchange of gases with the blood vessels. Like you can see over here, whatever oxygen is coming will be put into those blood capillaries, and whatever carbon dioxide is produced in our body is released back into those alveoli. And while this is expanding, contracting, these gases are being released. So inside our lungs, these are not the only cells. There are immune cells are also there, known as macrophages. What they do, if there is any infection, they will start eating those infective cells. So in the case of coronavirus, whatever cells are infected, they are damaged, and these damaged cells, they will accumulate. Our immune cell will start attacking those cells which are infected, and due to that lot of inflammation take place, and this inflammation lead to the accumulation of lot of fluid into that, and due to this fluid accumulation we feel pneumonia like symptom into our body, and due to these pneumonia we feel different symptoms like difficulty in breathing, chest pain, coughing, fever and chills, confusion, headache. So, people who are having good immune systems, they will produce antibodies which actually go and bind to the receptors which is binding to our cells, and they will block the binding of these coronavirus to our cell, and these antibodies, they have so tighter affinity, they won't release these molecules, and they will remain attached to them. And after these antibodies are there, now our immune cell know that this is an pathogen, so they will start acting over these molecules faster. As we know that there is protease which is required from the host to help in the infection of coronavirus. So when these antibodies are bound to these proteins, surface proteins, they will not allow these protease to act on this. And now due to this, these virus further cannot go inside our cell, and hence our immune system fights with them, leading to no infection. And this is how our immune system helps in keeping us healthy. Now, scientists are actually trying to use the same mechanism to fight with this virus. So, what they are trying to do, they are expressing these proteins and purifying them and giving those proteins to different organisms so that we can produce good antibody out of it, and those antibodies can be used as a vaccine to treat this coronavirus. Once we know these are the antibodies which can be used for it, so we can use that as a vaccine, and we can prevent the coronavirus infection. These antibodies are Y in shape, and these are very specific for their target molecule. These antibody are also made up of proteins only, and we can target specifically different part of this virus, And once these antibodies are attached, our immune system can work further faster, hence leading to a good immune response, which will make us ultimately healthy, and we will be protected from such viruses. Scientists are also trying to find out different chemicals which can be used as a drug molecule to treat the patients which are already infected with the virus. So these are the chemicals which go and bind at different place into different protein of the coronavirus, hence they can go and block their respective function. So in this video you can see different chemicals are being discovered by the scientists which are under trial and can be used as a drug molecule for the corona patients. And there are other methods which are also being employed, like there are earlier known drugs which are known to inhibit the RNA viruses. Here we can see this is the protein known as RNA polymerase, which generates the RNA molecule of the coronavirus. So the drug known as remdesivir, it actually goes into its active site and stop duplication of the genome. Apart from this, scientists are also working how we can produce these molecules in very large amount, as a large population of our world is infected with this virus. So we will be in the need of good amount of these vaccines. And a faster immunization of people with these vaccines will help in saving the earth.